Bueno, ya nos vamos de acá.
At least we freed those spirits from their suffering. Shall we depart?
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
Gladly. Oh, the Song of the Chambers won't have anything on what Johanna's... Perhaps the Waking Scrolls? No. Manfred, have you seen the Fellmarch manuscript?
Remember how I said we should talk?
Indeed. Johanna Hesenkos was a watcher. She was banished for embracing the darker paths of our art. Forbidden magic, blood sacrifice, nothing is beyond her if it leads to power, recognition, or both.
It sounded like you knew her before all that.
We were friends, once.
Someone like that had friends?
Things used to be different. She truly was brilliant, and we got on so well as students. We partnered on papers, rituals, research. Yet even then, Johanna considered the Watcher's oaths quaint. This isn't the first time we've crossed paths since she was exiled, but now I fear she's turned herself partly undead.
The part where she had burning lights for eyes clued me in.
It's just like her to taunt me with it. You saw Johanna's lantern of unwilling souls. A necromancer could create monstrous undead with that much stolen life.
Ezezg was yelling a lot about conquering Navarra City.
We must stop her, Rook. Thank you, Manfred. Quite right. The Order's knowledge will see us through.
Ezezg had been stopped. For now. But she had big plans for Navarra. City conquering, new ruler plans. And while she had some regrets about long-lost friendships, she knew her greatest invention was going to bring down the house.
Bueno, falta poco ya para llegar a 40. A ver. Una charla con Harding. Yo creo que una misión más y ya de estas.
Meet me in Ravane? I've got sparring practice with the Lords, and I could use the sea air. So could you.
You know, that sounds quite nice.
All right, then. I'll see you soon.
Bueno, esta era chill. A ver. Nos queda esa nomás. Vamos a hacer esto. Creo que es una charla. Voy a ver si tengo para venderle.
Ready to level up your punching experience? For gold and glory.
One thing bothers me about what you said before.
They said I could find you here.
Good timing. I think I'm done for the day. The Lords of Fortune don't mess around, do they? Hey, thanks for the lessons. I'll be back. I'm beat. I just gotta...
You just gotta...
Do you feel that? It's dark. And they're so afraid. So alone.
Harding? What's happening?
There's so many of them. All in my head. So much.
I need you to focus. Push through what you're feeling. You're safe. And you can handle this.
I could feel it. Rippling through the stone. Confusion. Isolation. Fear.
Whose fear?
Whatever was after me has turned on the dwarves. It's drawing me out. Drawing me down.
Trap.
Obviously.
You're going anyway.
Of course.
I'll pack my things.
The golden glory.
Eso fue una hemorragia. El tema es que no sé si yo tengo este estado. No, vamos a dejar así. Pero nos dio... La pregunta es, ¿nos dio la otra misión o solamente quedó ahí en charla? No, vamos al faro, a ver. Bueno. Ahora quiere hablar a Henry. Yo pensé que iba a querer hablar Hardy, ¿no?
Ah, hello there. Just admiring how carefully the Fade is woven into this place, as cultivated as a palace garden.
That's old elven stuff for you. Magic everywhere you look, and also where you don't.
I do envy you, Rook.
Really?
A young rebel striking from the shadows against Tevinter's empire? Not to mention traveling with Varric. The adventures you've already had.
Huh. I guess I have had some pretty great times.
Oh, I'd love to hear about more of them.
Really?
Work was always my excuse not to travel. But now that I've joined you, I'm finally exploring outside Navarra's crypts. Ah, speaking of the necropolis,
Yes?
I've been meaning to ask how you'd like your body prepared in the event of your death.
Just cremate me.
I feared that might be your answer.
Why? Need the spare parts?
I'm always here to discuss proper burial options. Ah, he's finished the reagent. Please excuse us. Excellent work, Manfred.
No, y ahora quedó todo. Vamos a tener que ir al caldero, me parece. Bueno, pero estamos ahí, ¿no? A ver. Estamos ahí. Bueno, vamos al caldero. A ver. Creo que están todos actualizados. El máximo, por ahora máximo es nivel 8. Sí. Pues lo vamos a tener que usar a él. Ah, eso después. ¿Qué toqué? Esto después también. Tenemos que venir acá. Quería pasar por la tienda antes.
We received another letter.
Hey, Dad, you know those containers you...
Got something in mind.
Bueno, listo.
All right then.
This might have been what Davern was talking about. The Grey Warden redoubt that was attacked.
Yeah, a bad day at the cauldron.
What could do that?
What have they been hiding inside?
We won't find out standing around here.
Be ready for anything.
Spy tried walking me out of my room again.
I'll set new wards.
And you want us to bond?
You two met under duress of death. The hope lies in that you overcame it. Two souls live. thanks to each other. And may I add, spite, gratitude must go both ways.
Now he's sulking. But thanks.
Ah, mira, esta era la escalera esa que vimos antes. Era para esto, para... A ver, no, esa runa no. Bueno, vamos primero abajo. ¿Qué fue ese? ¿Qué fue Asan ese?
Doesn't collapse on top of us.
If they named it the Cauldron, it probably wasn't great on its best day.
I suspect Davron could get us inside. We should bring him here.
No hace falta traerlo. Ahora cuando vayamos adentro ya va a aparecer ahí. Es parecida la habilidad que tiene Darby con Lucanis, porque Lucanis, la que yo tengo equipada, Lucanis, esa que baja, que los tira al piso. La de Darwin hace lo mismo, pero lo hace con Asam, hace daño de fuego.
I think we found the way in. If we drop that, we can make a bridge and get over. Just need to clear out the blight.
What is all this?
Don't know. Looks useful if you want to move heavy equipment or something. Maybe the cauldron's an armory. Guess we won't know until we get inside. One down. Let's look for the other boil. Should be able to lower the bridge after we destroy it.
Dead wardens.
Looks like a fight against the Gloom Howler went sour.
Ambush! So, what do we have here?
Weapons? Artifacts? Why did the Grey Wardens hold on to all this stuff?
Are they connected to the Gloomhammer?
Tempting as it is, we shouldn't take anything. Must be locked away for a reason.
No, esa runa tampoco.
I think that did it. The bridge should be down there. Let's see if we can get in. Well, I guess welcome to the Cauldron. I don't know if we should go any further, not without Davrin.
It's your decision, Rook. But griffins do seem to be involved.
The doors are marked with dates. 325?
9:31 on that one.
That's not ominous.
¿Ves? Acá aparece. Acá aparece Darwin. Sí, vamos así.
What sort of skeleton is that ahead?
Seems a little careless.
This can't be... It's a griffin.
More griffin bones? How did you say they went extinct, Davrin?
They died out fighting the Fourth Blight.
Then the Wardens hid them here? Why not bury them properly?
I don't know. It's like they were keeping it secret.
It's a giant tomb. For griffins. These bones look wrong. Like they're diseased.
Or blighted.
But how?
I don't like this.
Hear that? The Gloomhowler's around here somewhere.
Good. We need to save those griffins she stole. Hassan, you stay here. No questions. This is too much for you, boy. Unbelievable. An archdemon.
So that's what the Cauldron really is. A giant tomb.
And those other rooms commemorating the ends of blights?
More archdemons. This one would be Zazakel.
This explains the miasma permeating everything here.
The Gloomhowler's in here somewhere. Let's find it.
Some blade here. Looks fresh.
Then the Howler's close. Scream all you want! It's no match for steel!
Rise! Secrets long buried will have their day.
We have to destroy the light coils. That'll stop these fools. Got it.
The cauldron reveals all.
Keep on those blight boys. There's some up top.
An eternal tomb for an eternal evil. The wardens must surrender their secrets.
Acá creo que no hay loot. Ah.
We need to get to higher ground. Follow me. Quick! The last spoils in the rib cage.
Surrounded by friends.
Surrounded by sharp claws. Whoever you are, face me!
What are you?
A ward against the darkness.
You are the darkness. You're a monster.
To those who made me,
Where are the other griffins?
I liberated them.
You're lying. You took them against their will.
So did the wardens long ago.
Grey Wardens rid the world of horrors like you.
They created the horrors. The bones of griffins abandoned in this cauldron. Proud warriors forgotten.
Who are you?
Their salvation. The blood offers protection.
Archdemon blood? You're blighting them?
Protecting them. The same blood runs through your veins, Warden. Join with us and honor their future.
I die first!
Then this is your tomb.
Bring me the griffin! Hassan, watch yourself!
Anyone have eyes on the True Valor?
Worry about the Darkspawn first, or they'll get Hassan.
Hassan, your family is waiting.
He knows a lie when he hears it. Don't let these Darkspawn get the upper hand.
I am your true mother, Hassan.
I'm his father, and I'll die before you take it.
Damn it! The Gloomhowler's gone.
It's okay. Let it go.
That thing needed to die. Today.
Then how would we find where it's keeping the other griffins? No. We have to keep our heads here. Never hunt things you don't understand. The Gloomhowler is more than a monster.
Your quarry, your call.
I got what I needed. The sun stripped a piece of its clothing. Gives me something to go on. Even though I told you to stay put.
He did save you.
He could have been killed.
He cares about you. That's part of Turlum, right?
Well, I suppose that was good form, extending your talons. That'll leave a scratch. Yeah. You're getting the hang of things. Now let's go, boy. This place is pure evil.
Bueno, al fin. Ah, sí, la armadura Antan, ahí está, mira, el aspecto. Bueno. Ahora sí. Mantén pulsado habrá que propuse que gasta 50 de mana para crear un potente rayo. Efecto de absorción de salud. Bueno, se cura más rápido. Nada salud. Según la cantidad de salud que hayáis perdido. Este está bueno. Va aumentando el daño. Este está bueno porque hace que si se agota el rayo. Y aparte no vamos a estar curando. Bueno, vamos a ver cómo va ahora la diferencia. Porque después las otras cosas. Me quedarían 10 puntos. No sé si habrá otra estatua de Fenarel. Como para andar poniendo puntos en algunos lugares. Tendría que ver. Porque se reinicia. Pero este ya no creo que importe ya. Porque tenemos este. Portal Tassi. Pero daño contra barrera, no, ¿cuál era? Desgaste por lo menos quería llegar a este. Mana máximo. Qué cagada esta. Ah, este sirve, sí. Estos dos, claro, me podría venir acá y poner acá. 3, 4, 5, 6 puntos. 6 puntos, me quedarían 4 para poner. Mira, creo que me alcanza. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ahí está, vamos a hacer así, vamos a venir por acá. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Y acá, ¿para qué había venido acá? A ver si tiene algún sentido. Este sí sirve. Duración de la aflicción. Ah, porque esta la uso. Este no nos sirve. Este sí, está bien. Ah, esta es la que me regenera más. Y por el daño crítico más. Vamos a hacer así entonces. ¿Para qué quiero ver esto? Supuestamente sacaría más vida, hay que probarlo igual. Bueno, nos vamos.
Can't say I ever want to see this place again. Ready to go?
I'm ready.
Me too.
Archdemon blood's as dangerous as it gets. Grey Wardens keep it locked away for good reason. The stuff is pure evil. But not as evil as using it to blight the only griffins in the world. Now the Gloom Howler held that honor. Hassan's brothers and sisters needed a miracle. And it would be up to Davrin and his flying friend to deliver.
Bueno, exploramos más zonas. Antes de continuar, yo creo que tendría que ir por la principal, me parece. Pero vamos al faro a ver si alguien quiere hablar. Sí. Taz, Darwin y Lucanis.
So, does the fire feel like a part of you? Or I don't know, like something else inside you?
No, it has to be me.
Has to? What if it's not?
How?
Sometimes the stone magic feels like something else in me. It's me, but it's not me. You know?
You have to feel the magic as part of you. You can't control it till you admit it's yours.
Glad you've got a handle on it.
I'd burn the place down by accident if I didn't.
Like I said.
That what it's like for you as a mage?
I had to accept that while magic comes from the Fade, the power to harness it comes from me.
You make it sound so easy.
You know how many times I set my bed on fire? My mother had to get special sheets. You'll get there.
Thanks, Tosh. That really helps.
Good. You deserve to be happy. She smells really good.
How you doing over there?
What? Shut up. Nothing.
Well, I'm convinced.
I want to get her something. What do you think she likes?
Otra vez se enamora de... Ya me pasó en otra partida. Se enamora de Hardy.
You should get her something that shows that you appreciate her skills. Something archery related.
Like a bow?
No, not like a bow. She has a bow. Like, I don't know, a fancy bowstring or a really nice leather cuff for her arm.
That's not a gift. That's gear.
No, look, it shows her you see who she is and you appreciate her.
I'm blaming you if it doesn't work.
That's the spirit.
Esto creo que sigue igual, ¿no?
Abundance.
Estamos cerca.
Davrin, doing some renovations?
Building a trophy cabinet. The figures I'm carving.
You could just take a shelf from somewhere else in the lighthouse.
Come on. There's no fun in that. Like to see Tosh put together a collection like this.
Don't tell them that. We'll be knee-deep in dragon corpses. Maybe you could carve the rest of us.
Maybe. It might be good to carve the people still around once this is all over.
Some new disaster is probably already around the corner.
Now there's the truth.
I'll see you around.
Demon's back.
I don't think he ever leaves, actually.
Then he's acting weird.
Smells like melon and wood smoke.
Hey! No! No! Sit your ass back down.
I'll handle this. Maybe make sure the alluvium room is blocked?
Now we get to talk.
We have nothing to talk about.
Lucanis made a deal he hasn't kept.
What deal?
Break our chains, kill, escape our prison, and live?
Isn't that what happened?
No, I want out.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I want Lucanis to honor the deal. Tell him, make him. Rook?
You were sleepwalking.
Spite was sleepwalking.
He didn't go anywhere. Nothing happened.
I didn't want you to see that. Again.
Your pride's gonna get you killed. Or worse.
Maybe you're right.
You know I'm right.
I'm supposed to be a professional.
Professional doesn't mean you have to go it alone.
Something to think about, I guess.
Bueno, antes de continuar, vamos a hacer... Podría probar estas misiones que dejé paradas. Por ejemplo, como esa. Derrota, por ejemplo, esta también. Esta también. Coloca la esencia... Vamos con esta, a ver. Ese que está en los pantanos. Vamos de una. Ah, bueno. Pará. Ahora aparece una misión. Bueno, vamos a ver qué es eso.
Greta said thanks for the repair job.
Wasn't a problem.
Rook, I'm Sawyer. Watch your back out there.
What's going on?
Mercenaries. They're taking advantage of the blight and looting what was left behind. They attack wardens on sight, even as we're fighting all this. A scout saw torches headed towards the redoubt. If they manage to break into the cauldron, there's dangerous relics out there and blighted weapons, and those mercenaries would sell to the highest bidder.
Can't let that happen. If I can stop them, I will.
We'd be in your debt, more than we already are.
Bueno, vamos a hacer esta. Estas son unos mercenarios hay que matar.
What about the wardens?
Light's distracting them.
Mercenaries.
We got the last warden who found us. We'll gut you too.
Just say when.
Ahora ataco mucho más. Ahora vamos a gastar el mana, a ver qué pasa.
Gordon Sawyer was right. They're after whatever they can steal, and they're willing to kill for it.
Who could witness the devastation here and think of profit?
We'll put a stop to it.
What is following?
Ah, Spite's noticed Manfred.
You're happy about that?
As examples of good behavior go.
It has hands. That's not what he's getting. Trust me.
Take whatever you find. Already on it.
No witnesses. Take whatever's on them.
More profit. Works for me.
Say they were.
This isn't the last of them.
Sí, se siente más potente.
Killed. These aren't darkspawn wounds.
No. Human hands did this. The mercenaries.
Mejoró mucho ahora el daño. Tampoco no es la gran cosa, pero bueno, por lo menos ahora, si se me acaba el maná, puedo seguir disparando.
Hurry up. This makes my skin crawl. This loot's ours! Only job.
Look behind you!
Es más, podría tirar esta, ¿no? Hostia, boludo.
That's it for the mercenaries.
Then we got our target.
We should tell Warden Sawyer.
Bueno, no voy a volver, vamos a enfrentarnos a esto. De paso podría ser todo, yo creo que ya estamos.
Again, I'm so sorry, Manfred. Wandering in while you're asleep, you can't.
I think he wonders about spite. Curiosity has feet. Has not feet.
Of course. I hate to be on their side.
You were saying, curiosity has feet. We have enough feet already. It has feet.
Spite, you've your own body to share.
I'm right here, you know.
Better get this where it's needed.
Bueno, vamos a hacer esto también, ya que estamos 1-10. Este es otro encima. Acá hay dos voces ahí.
Be ready.
Bueno, vamos con este.
Every one of these gets us a little farther.
Bueno, este ya está. No, este no es. No me acuerdo. Para que acá hay otra misión. No me acuerdo si el que matamos acá me fijé. Si me dejó algo, no me acuerdo. Bueno, acá hay otra misión que es la de la necrópolis. Hay que activar acá.
It's not enough you disturb my sleep. Now you interrupt my journey in the waking world.
Son
That sounds like
resistentes.
the trapped demon in the necropolis.
He's a great Egyptian. I'll flay you alive and find the treasure I prepared.
¿Y dónde está? Este demonio es un troll. ¿Se bugueó? Mira, ahora lo podemos ver con detalle. Son manos. ¿Y ahora? Bueno, me voy acá. Vamos a chequear eso.
You'd be surprised how often the crows visit Nevarra, Henrik.
Our nobility will have its contests.
No, acá no hay ningún cofre.
And the deepest pockets in Phalanx.
Acá atrás.
You know how much it costs to put a contract on a king?
I'd rather not, if you please.
Ah, este, ¿no? Bueno, vamos otra vez. Se huyó eso. O me lo dio por terminado.
Travel ahead.
Ah, no, ahí está.
I greet you once again.
The trapped demon in the necropolis.
Que no podías entrar en el jefe, me parece.
Snipers!
We're being fired upon!
Se está curando.
That demon knew us. It sounded exactly like the one trapped behind that sealed door in the necropolis.
You're right.
A multi-localized sending. The malign spirit trapped in the vault can project facets of its reality into the outer world.
Bueno, se me salió la misión, pero tenemos que ir a acá a hablar con ese.
Sawyer, the mercenaries you mentioned, we stopped them.
Thank the Maker. Anything they took from the locals, we'll see returned. As for what belongs to the Wardens, some of that may be better destroyed. We'll see to that, too.
Bueno, ah, es verdad, esta la podría haber hecho también. Vamos a hacer esta primero. Esta no hace falta. O sea, no importa tener nivel 40, yo me olvidé. Porque no vamos a combatir. Nos van a dar, me parece que está el amuleto ahí. Que necesito, a ver si me mejora más la build. A ver dónde lo tenía. Y el cinturón no me acuerdo. Pero bueno, el cinturón me parece que también es de las misiones que estamos haciendo.
Now you see, Dweller, the gods hunger to reclaim this place. Their minions scavenge what the wolf left behind. They turn his regrets to weapons and blight all they touch. If the Evanuras take the crossroads, darkness will fall.
Spell it out for me. Exactly what happens if the gods reclaim the crossroads?
The fade flows through these ancient ways. Spirits and demons, dreams and magic. Now, imagine all blighted.
Like I needed another reason to stop them. What are you doing to stop the gods?
I strengthen the roots, rally the guardians, and I assist you. A revenant is destroyed, others remain. Fight on, Dweller. The blight must wither.
No recuerdo haber tenido la charla esa.
Well met.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Illuvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Illuvians in general, yes, but not the Dreadwolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait, how do you know exactly what we saw of Solus's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dreadwolf's memories. When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
So, if Mythal was originally a spirit, maybe that's how she survived her body's death.
Very good. Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit, she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
You're Mythal? That's why the ambient magic around you is so fractured.
Such a flattering picture you paint of this ancient bond.
What? That was like how Elgranon and Gillenane can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remain free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
You would have met Solus in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mythal's memories. At the time, I thought Solus a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elgranon? Or Solus?
The last time Mythal faced Elganon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solus?
You may recall he murdered Mythal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right. So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mythal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
This isn't the strangest thing I've heard, but it's close.
'Tis difficult to describe, even now. Mythal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mythal's and of those who bore her.
How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
The one elven god who's actually trying to protect us instead of trying to destroy the world, and you're not even an elf.
I swear to you, I did not ask for this inheritance, but to refuse would have been to lose Mythal for all time.
It's just, the more truth I learn about our gods, the worse it all becomes. You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes, the Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, What do you make of Solus?
I should ask you. Mythal knew Solus better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way but that, even had I the power. What has passed between Solus and Mythal? I beg you, do not ask this of me again.
Well, Solus killed the Titans, destroyed the ancient elves, and wants to ruin this world to bring back his old one. But he'll always make sure you hear just how sad he is about all the murder.
If that is how you see him, perhaps the Dread Wolf's words have not served as well as he might wish.
I'll say.
'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
If that's what it takes.
Such determination. Have you not even a tremor of doubt?
Wouldn't do me any good.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mythal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solus recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mythal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads. I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Another fragment of Mythal? In addition to the one inside you?
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not? One small piece of many, formed when something greater is broken. The first elves were spirits, as you well know, and when a spirit is broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the ancient elves who became known as gods, Dirthaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
I'll survive. What do I need to know?
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Gillenane, or against the Dread Wolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
If I were to try to talk with her, do you have any suggestions?
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly. But if you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
You would know this aspect of Mythal better than anyone. Could you try talking to her?
I dare say she would attack me on sight.
Spirits can't get along with fragments of each other?
Spirits, certainly. But the aspects of a self-righteous god who have walked different paths for ages? One bears the insult of her betrayal by the Evanurus, and then by Solus, as fresh wounds, insult upon injury. The other once fell in love with an Alamari chieftain and lived happily in a swamp for centuries. Each reminds the other that another path existed, that they could have been wrong, and nothing angers Mythal like being wrong.
What kind of spirit was Mythal before she became an elf? I know Solus is elven for pride.
Mythal enjoyed ruling and having power, but it came not from the overweening desire to crush resistance, as is the case with Elganon. The emotion that inspired her might best be described as benevolence, a guiding hand, inclined to kindness. But like any spirit, when angered or twisted against her purpose, a more violent aspect arose. Where the Dreadwolf's wisdom gave way to pride when the world did not meet his standards, Mythal's benevolence gave way to retribution. After all, when kindness fails, the guilty must be punished.
Thank you for the information, Morgan.
There is one more thing, if I may. Something whispered not by myself, but Mythal. The elves have learned many of the glories and horrors of ancient Elvenon. Yet your people live in this world now as the old elves never could. Know it as they could not. There is your strength. 'Tis why you shall surpass what came before one day.
Did Mythal see this? Is it a prediction?
A hope from a mother to her distant children, no less beloved than any before them.
Bueno, vamos acá, no nos vamos a tener que enfrentar. Va a ser rápido esto.
A god's fragment, sharper than the whole. Prevail, or be sundered completely.
We're getting close to where Morgan said that other fragment of Mythal was. That has to be her.
Will this be a conversation with words or knives?
Guess we'll find out.
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. I never again expected to see my children in the Dreadwolf's crossroads. And you know who I am.
Mythal.
The part of me that survived betrayal by the rest of the Evenuris, if this can be called surviving. Solus. He drew me from the dagger that struck me down, but what is left of me can only survive here. I cannot return to the world, and even the true Fade is denied me. All I can do is watch. Have you come to seek the blessing of your god? Or did you come to ask your god to sacrifice herself to help you defeat the monsters Elganon and Gillenane have become?
I came here to ask for your help. The gods have endangered the world and...
You dare explain to me what they are doing? You are 1,000 years from knowing the proper words.
We saw Solus's memories, his regrets.
You saw the recollection he cultivated like a tree, twisting to catch the sun. You wish for my help? Convince me. Make your case, and I will yield my essence willingly to help you against Elganon and Gillenane. Fail, and I shall kill you for wasting my time, or you will kill me and obtain my essence in doing so. A harder-edged, simpler version. It has been centuries since a petitioner stood before me, so why should I help you?
If I don't stop the gods, the whole world will be corrupted by the Blight.
That is why you must succeed, so tell me why I must help you.
We know the truth about the Blight. We know it came from the imprisoned dreams of the Titans after you and Solus defeated them.
And?
Stopping the Blight mattered enough for you to talk with Solus even after he rebelled against you. It mattered enough for you to stand against the other gods.
And I was struck down for doing so, betrayed by those I had ruled beside for centuries.
You made the difficult choice to protect your home because it was the right thing to do. Help me do the same.
Not bad, but not enough. Let us speak of something else.
You can't want Elgar'non and Gillenane to rule the world. Not after what they did to you.
I ruled alongside them for centuries. I bear them no love now, and they were ever flawed, as all rulers are. Yet they were better than the others who threatened your ancestors. Monsters like the Titans, or selfish fools like Anaris. Set the Blight aside, and tell me why I should help you topple your own gods.
What they did to you was wrong.
And you care so deeply for the injustice done to me thousands of years ago.
You deserve justice, and they deserve to be punished for misusing their power and killing you when you tried to check them.
If you wish to prove your worth, you must do better than that.
I am worthy of your help.
That is for me to judge.
I am fighting to protect this world.
Any petty tyrant can fight those who come to their land and claim to be protecting their people. What is a protector to you?
It's making a place that's safe for everyone. That means defending against danger. But it also means building a strong community that works together for the common good.
And what have you built?
Look at my team. We're not just hired blades. We started as strangers and grew together into a family.
Your arguments are compelling. I find you worthy, Rook. I have spent thousands of years watching. I shall miss that. But if what I am can protect the innocent and smite the guilty, this is what remains of me. I give it to you freely. Use it to protect this world with kindness when possible and cunning when necessary.
I will. Thank you.
I offer one further boon. I cannot enter the physical world or the pure Fade, but in this place, I still carry some power. Evil has intruded here. The Blight, seeded by Elgar'non and Gillenane. Find it. And when you meet your greatest challenge, I will fly one last time.
The essence of the Protector. Like a piece of the sun. I've never felt something so alive.
A great prize. But how do we use it?
A god knows her moment. At least, her essence does. When the time comes, we'll be ready. We did it. We got Mythal's essence.
For once, a peaceful resolution.
Not sure what we do with it just yet, but if Morgan's telling the truth, it'll come in handy at some point.
Bueno, ahora vamos a explorar acá. A ver, pase de nivel. Vamos a empezar por acá. Prefiero primero poner esto. Daño de ataque cargado. Y este, y después nos vamos acá. Ah, ya podemos mejorar el taller. Ahí está, ese es el amuleto. A ver. Este que tenía... Bueno, no está mal, con salud baja. Bueno, vamos a poner ese. Y tenía este... Ah, no le había puesto encantamiento. Después falta el cinturón. No sé qué hará el cinturón. Pero lo vamos a conseguir porque está en las misiones estas que me quedan por hacer. En alguna de estas, no me acuerdo. En esta no creo que sea. Me parece que son en estas. Ya estamos acá en el... Vamos a abrir acá la puerta esa.
I spy trouble ahead.
We're at me.
A los cunares me los cepillo con la
Have you
vez.
thought about what I asked you? My dear Lucullus, I can't simply tell Navarra's nobility, please stop hiring crows to assassinate our king.
20 contracts. It's becoming a problem.
King Marcus is spry for his age.
Poisoned 7 times.
And blessed with a robust constitution.
Intrusion. What's wrong? Is it the undead we've been fighting?
Corruption seeps in, Dweller. It overflows here. Staunch it.
We've a fight ahead.
Nicely done!
Another of those blooded fade tears.
Meaning we are in for another fight. Let us be ready.
Did your gods give you that throne? Get up and fight! Here it comes! me! That means it's weakening the fate tear. Stay on it!
Our children orphans.
That should weaken it. There, it's healing again, and the tear's getting weaker.
Light and soul stolen.
Stay in cover!
Excellent. All safe.
The Fate Tear and the Revenant are both gone, and the Revenant left its essence behind, like before. These Revenants aren't just undead. More essence!
A ver si estaba acá el cinturón, me parece que era una de estas. No, este no es. Bueno, coloca la esencia, encuentra la última. ¿Qué última? Ya no están. Ah, me falta otro entonces. Usa... Ah, sí, falta este, sí. Que está acá. Y acá está la puerta, entonces.
Dweller, corruption seeps in.
Another Revenant.
The Evan-Urus gnaw the roots, their teeth, his regrets. Destroy what rises.
That explains the bones.
We have them now.
The Revenant's awake. This one's even stronger.
We need to close in.
Para ese ataque me revienta el ataque.
power from the Fate Tear.
And restoring itself. Watch out!
Nice, Thomas.
No magic.
Just end. It's gone. And the Fate Tear too. That'll slow down the gods' plans. At least on this island. Another Fate Tear closed, another Revenant destroyed, another essence gained. That makes 3 essences. We should start looking for somewhere to use them. Better get this where it's needed.
No, acá estaba el casco de la armadura de caballero de Tevinter. Me falta un cofre. Porque falta la parte, sí. Tenemos que... vamos a hacerla, a ver. A ver cómo va. Creo que va a ser... bueno, ya peleamos con un dragón, pero esta va a ser la vez que nos peleemos posta, ¿no?
There. That must be why the Revenants were raised. To keep that door sealed. Time to see what the gods are hiding in there. Light up ahead?
Ay, me olvidé. Tenemos que mejorar el taller. A ver... Darwin. El dragón ese me parece es uno de los más poderosos. El que tenemos que ir.
Careful with that.
But of course.
It's the only lead I've got.
My dear Davron, I'll be as careful with this cloth as if it were burial silk from the Storm Age. And this will be so instructive for Manfred. Ah, Rook, just in time.
Is that a good thing?
We have something of a mystery.
That piece of cloth I tore out the Gloom Howler back at the cauldron still has some of its blood on it.
And now, through the application of necromancy, perfected by the Morn Watch through years of meticulous...
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what the Gloom Howler is.
Rather, discern its nature.
How?
By setting it on fire?
Patience. To discern, one must sometimes destroy. Ah, yes, of course. How interesting.
What is it?
It says this was elven blood. This was a person.
What? But it howls.
A corrupted person. Not always a monster. And something else. Deathsel. I'm unfamiliar with the meaning.
An elven word for covenant, like a promise or a blood oath. I think I get it. An elf who took a vow, then gets blighted. An elf who knew about griffins and warden's secrets.
Almost as if...
It was a warden.
I guess killing wardens and kidnapping griffins isn't part of the warden oath.
No. We kill the things that do that.
Blood never lies.
Something else is going on here. I'll put out the word, call in favors, see who might know more. But thanks for your help, Emmerich. You, discerned well.
My pleasure.
Vamos a mejorar el taller.
Abundance.
Encima 10.200. Todavía. A ver, para. No, este no lo tenemos. Este lo voy a cambiar. Vamos a poner este. Necesitamos salud a full. Necesitamos. Acá le puse regeneración de maná. Provocas hemorragia al infligir daño. Daño crítico con técnica. Técnica, regeneración de maná. Vamos a poner nomás maná. Contra armaduras a distancia. Curación, este está bien. Curación recibida. Técnica de control. Este a ver si lo tenemos. Este. En el punto débil. Me falta este. Pero este tengo que llevar la tienda a 10. Y las técnicas... Bueno, las técnicas vamos a dejar así porque no las uso mucho. Vamos a mejorar esta. Estos dos no sé si hace falta. Esto sí. Bueno, este no. Este no porque ya dentro de poco voy a conseguir el cinturón. Vamos a mejorar a los compañeros a full. Enrich tenía 20% de curación. Jardín. $40 de daño necrótico añadido. Después los vamos a revisar 20. Aflicciones casi ni hacemos. Bueno, ahora vamos contra el dragón, a ver.
This is an unclean place, even beyond the presence of the blight.
You can feel it down there. Ready?
If I can stop at this rot, I mean.
Eyes up. Weapons ready. There. It's been feeding on the blight. Destroy it before the corruption eats us alive!
Hace poco vi un video que se podía hacer esto. ¿Qué es esto? No, buenísimo. Me está ayudando a meter. Sacó muy poco.
Still in one piece.
Corruption staunched. The Avenura cease their gnawing. The crossroads heals. A sanctum renewed, dweller, as is needed.
That was merely a fragment of Mithal. What was she like before?
Bueno, no sabía, entonces si ayudabas a Metal antes de hacer esto te nos venía a ayudar. Ah, no, acá no está. Ah, y acá hay uno de estos.
You return. We are content.
Why are you here? What do you want?
Not now. Not yet. We will show you soon.
This just gets weirder every time.
Onward, dweller.
Bueno, esto ya está, la encrucijada ya está completa. Vamos a hacer este. Esta debe ser más fácil que la que estuvimos haciendo. Hay que ir a buscar distintos demonios. Después está la última parte que es un poco más difícil. ¿Dónde sería esto? Ah, sí. Hay que activar algo. Ah, acá.
Look, over there.
You return.
It's the trapped spirit from the necropolis.
Is it pride that brought you? Do you think you can succeed facing me with a Venatori failed?
You're under fire!
Two demons down. Or two versions of the same demon.
To retain a unified character across such distances, it may very well be ancient.
Bueno, el último en el bosque.
Patrols have checked in. They found some more relics.
Don't be shy. Take a gander.
Ah, esta es la que llego. Ah, no, no. No, no es la que llego. Esa tampoco es la runa.
Come back anytime.
I need... an update on that last expedition.
Este me acuerdo, era en un espacio muy pequeño el combate.
Wonderful dinner last night, Lucanus.
Thank you.
But I can't persuade you to try pairing with something from the mark.
Can it beat an Antivan red?
You must let me bring you some.
I'll try it. Just...
Look, over there.
Please, go on. I'll try it, just to see what they want.
Determination is at the shape of your will.
Trap Necropolis Spirit. Last one.
Are you lashed by common rage? Will you fall to petty hates and crack the heart and burn the soul? Whatever you are, give me my freedom if you can.
Attacking from afar! What's been hurt?
That's it. The Necropolis door to the demon, the real demon these all came from, should be open.
Let's not tarry. It won't need long to draw itself together.
Bueno, nos vamos a la necrópolis. A ver si agarra el cofre. Sí, es como yo decía, hay un cofre. Hay un cofre que está acá. que aparece después de un tiempo, aparece. Acá está. Ah, es porque los esqueletos empiezan a reparar todo, entonces habilitan la escalera esa.
Wonderful dinner last night, Lucanus.
Thank you.
But I can't persuade you to try pairing with something from the mark.
Can it be an Antivan red?
You must let me bring you some.
I'll try it, just to see what the Watchers keep in their cellars.
More attuned, but it shouldn't be hard to persuade the late Lord Vanderstern to spare one bottle.
Ah.
¿Qué está haciendo? ¿Estará controlando los esqueletos? Bueno, nosotros habíamos empezado acá. Nos quedan 2 cofres y uno... Ah, porque hay uno que está acá. Vamos ahí. Seguramente ya está... Se destrabó el que estaba acá. No, creo que no. No, todavía no. Bueno, vamos a hacer la misión esa.
There are whispers from the levels below.
You return. We shall meet again.
It's quiet. That spirit we've been chasing must be waiting inside.
You ignored each warning, scoffed at every doubt. With every death, I tasted freedom. For without the door seals, I can take on a worthy form at last. Witness the greatest treasure of the dead.
It's possessed a high dragon's corpse.
They're bad enough when they're alive.
Débil necrótico.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
fight ahead.
it's over.
Spite did not like fighting that. Let's not stay long.
1,000-year banishment to the Fade. The Watchers will make note of the date.
Bueno, a ver, nosotros venimos de ahí. Acá está el último fragmento para el final secreto. Sí, venimos de ahí. Acá hay varias cámaras. Este es el fragmento.
Fascinating. Unforeseen.
Who are you?
Must not reveal. Must not alarm. Soon, though. Very soon.
Ah, a ver. Ah, no sirve eso. Bueno, ahora sí, ya hicimos todo. Vamos al faro. Y este me queda un cofre. Ah, ese es el que está acá. Vamos a ver si está ahora. Capaz que se habilita después de esta, no sé. O capaz que hay que hacer terminar la quest de Enbridge. No, todavía no está. Vamos a ver la tienda porque creo que nos dieron puntos, ¿no?
A possessed dragon.
Arm yourselves. Prepare for the hunt.
Misiones secundarias no hay. Hay que hablar con Enbridge.
I don't understand why you're bringing so many books.
Well, I don't see what your objections are to my taking a canopy.
We're only going for 2 days.
You've hardly brought more than a flask and a bedroll.
Should I send a search party out for you two in a couple of days?
No.
Of course not.
Emmerich wants to see more of Ferelden, so we're going camping. But he's treating it like we're going to an academic thing.
An expedition can have its earthly comforts.
You want to bring a shaving kit in the woods?
My dear Harding, a gentleman is never without a brush and a razor.
The whole point of going to the wilds is to get away from all that. So what if you get muddy and smell a little bad?
One can enjoy the scenery while remembering to bathe.
Harding, does it really matter if Emmerich brings 8 books?
9, actually.
And Emmerich, so what if Harding is fine sleeping on dirt?
Not all the time. Okay, Rook, I know. This trip's supposed to be fun.
I really have looked forward to you showing me more of your home, Harding.
Me too. Oh, and I'll make us sandwiches.
Ah, your famous ham and jam slam?
Well, yam and jam slam because you don't eat meat, so I'll use yams.
How thoughtful. Thank you, Harding.
I wondered when you would return. The fall of Weishaupt reverberated across the Fades some time ago, as did the fall of an archdemon. But unless I am mistaken, both Elganan and Gillenane yet stand.
We took down Gillenane's archdemon, but we weren't able to kill her.
And how are you doing?
I watched a lot of Wardens die while Gillenane didn't. How do you think I'm doing?
You saw Treviso blighted. What makes Weishaupt harder to bear?
Que no me interesa, Treviso.
It adds up. Demeta's Crossing, the attacks on Minrathous and Treviso. Every time it's been worse. More terrible magic, more good people killed. And it's only going to get worse until I find a way to stop them.
Rook, I led a rebellion against Elganan for 100 of your lifetimes. I have been where you now stand. Do you know how many times I had to order my rebels to retreat when we were outmatched in raw power? You rendered Gillenane mortal and escaped with your lives. The sting of wishing you had done more will push you to improve. But Weishaupt was a victory, and your team will see your passion, even if you must conceal the extent of your own pain. How are your companions, after what happened?
They have what it takes to stop the gods. I just need to get them to believe it.
Indeed. They must know beyond any doubt that you believe in them. You cannot stand against Elganan and Gillenane with logic. Those motivated by greed or self-interest will change alliances. But those who serve you with passion and loyalty will follow wherever you lead. Even to their deaths, if necessary.
I knew I might have to make a call like that when Varric put me in charge.
A good leader never makes such a decision lightly. But when the time comes, it is better to be prepared. And perhaps it will not come to that. The stronger your team, the more chances you will have to avoid such a decision.
I'll keep that in mind. Do you have any suggestions on our next move against the gods?
If you oppose Elganan and Gillenane's minions, you will get your opportunity.
You think one of the Antom or Venatori commanders will help us find the gods?
Possibly. But more importantly, you will aggravate them. You rendered Gillenane mortal at Weishaupt. It is an embarrassment. An insult. Neither she nor Elganan can ignore. If you continue to disrupt their plans, you will not need to track them down. They will come to you.
And then we get some payback for Weishaupt.
As long as you are ready when the opportunity comes. One final warning. You have survived a confrontation with Gillenane, which few still live to claim. But her power pales in comparison to Elganan's. If he takes the field himself, remember, in a fight such as ours, escaping to fight another day is a victory.
I need to get the team around the table and talk about what's next.
Strength earns mastery.
Ah, me había olvidado de esta.
It's the risk of the path we've chosen. Sorrow and anger waiting in abundance. Familiarity rarely dulls their teeth.
Right. Spend enough time as a warden and you'll see plenty of death. Thought I'd gotten used to it. But Weishaupt...
You blame yourself. If you'd been faster or fought harder. If you hadn't missed your best shot at the architect of all that misery.
You did your best. Both of you.
We all did. Just means our best must be better.
It will be. Next time, we'll be ready.
Count on it.
You two done fighting then? I can't have you at each other's throats.
Lucanus is still an assassin. Kills people for money.
And Davrin's still self-righteous. Judgmental, too. Typical warden.
If we let that get in the way of stopping the gods...
We won't. We cannot.
If I hear that crap again...
You won't. What happened at the Cauldron put a lot of things into perspective. Like Emmerich said, we need to deal with our personal problems. So we're ready when we need to be.
Facing the gods while distracted will end us all.
I'm pleased my words provided clarity on how we all felt. Now, if I may suggest...
Rook, I've been looking for you.
Something wrong?
Evka sent word. They found something.
Right then. Rest of you, find Tosh and Nev. Let's go see what the Wardens have to share.
This smells amazing. Does all coffee smell like this? Or just the stuff you make?
Coffee has a distinct aroma, if that's what you're asking.
Sorry. It was really rare where I grew up. And expensive.
I don't need coffee to get going. Adrenaline's enough.
Speak for yourself.
So, Harding, what do you think?
It's... delicious.
She hates it.
No, I don't hate it. It's really nice. Temperature.
I won't be upset if you don't like coffee.
He really wouldn't.
I know, but... sorry. It's just this thing I do sometimes.
Acting so people will like you?
It sounds terrible when you say it like that. I know I don't need to do it. I just do.
Yeah, but you shouldn't. Be yourself.
Guess I can't help it.
You must have been pretty tiny as a child.
Where'd that come from?
A tiny dwarven girl in a land of large human farmers.
Oh, yeah. I probably learned pretty quick that things worked out better if people liked me. If they agreed with me, or I agreed with them.
Some people like cream or sugar in their coffee.
Maybe coffee just isn't my thing.